divisive. Joining us now to discuss is Tom Borelli, Newsmax Insider. He's also a contributor, America's Voice News. Tom, good to see you. The speech was well received by Trump supporters, but the left came out calling it divisive. What do you make of the president's speech, Tom?
Well, Shaun, thanks for having me. But absolutely, President Trump again showed what a great leader he is. He went out to Mount Rushmore and reminded the American people of America's greatness. His speech was filled with hope, optimism, and unity. And that was the real message. But again, the Democrats really can't be surprised, Shaun, because even before Trump got there, the DNC sent out a tweet saying he was going out to Mount Rushmore to glorify white supremacists. Abraham Lincoln, a white supremacist, just shows you just how really dark the Democrats are. And speaking of dark, when you really look at it, Democrats are the party of death and destruction. Look what just happened in Chicago over the weekend. 77 shootings, I think 14 dead, including a 7-year-old girl. New York, I think there was something like 42 shootings. Democrats are the party of death and destruction. They really do hate America. And I think this contrast puts President Trump in a really strong position come November.
Deadly weekend for sure. And amongst that, a speech by the president in South Dakota. I'm going to play something to your point here because there were politicians that blasted the president's visit to the memorial. In fact, this is the one people are talking about. This is Senator Tammy Duckworth.
I think we should listen to everybody. I think we should listen to the argument there. But remember that the president at Mount Rushmore was standing on ground that was stolen from Native Americans who had actually been given that land during a treaty. And again, let's talk about the greater context of where we are in our country right now. Our historical past. We need to talk about what we're doing now to bring this country off of the brink of chaos that it's in.
Some would argue that the rhetoric is putting it in more chaos. President Obama then and Hillary Clinton, they visited Mount Rushmore before, smiling ear to ear. There's no problem now. It seems as if we're just learning about what Mount Rushmore was just built, and we're like, oh, I can't believe it. But that's not the case. It's been there for a minute. Tom.
No, not at all, Shaun. But look what's going on here. Senator Duckworth, let's face it, she wants to be the vice president nominee for Democrats. So she's going to really try to appeal to the real extreme Democrat mob. I think she also went on in that statement called the people on Mount Rushmore dead traitors. Again, how twisted can you get? But again, they are on the wrong side of America. Rasmussen Reports had a poll where 75% of likely voters support Mount Rushmore and don't want to see it changed. So let Biden, let Duckworth, let the rest of the Democrats keep on that message because it's going to work out very well for Republicans and President Trump.
Tom, what do you think it is about this weekend, about Independence Day, about the president being in front of Mount Rushmore, giving a speech at a time where we're in parallel places as far as the country is right now? How did the mainstream media and others find it so divisive? How did they find that in this speech that was there to unify us all on Independence Day? How did that happen? What did they pick apart? What was wrong in it?
There was nothing wrong in it. President Trump was out there really trying to unify the nation, and there are parts of our nation that are clearly divided. And the division, you really have to look back to the Democrats. So basically, they're trying to defend their left-wing agenda and really Trump derangement syndrome. You pointed out before, former President Obama, Hillary Clinton, they could go out to Mount Rushmore. I think Bernie Sanders was out there as well. Oh, what a fantastic event. President Trump goes out there. What happens? Oh, it's dark and dark speech. They said the same thing after his first inauguration speech. So this is their agenda. The anti-Trump media is working very hard, along with Democrats, to take President Trump down. But it's not going to happen. Americans are really going to unify around our flag and around President Trump.
And it's not even October, November. I mean, can you imagine what this is going to be like come that time? Guns blazing. Tom Borelli, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
All right, still